Masterman.
Arrgh. Guess what this is?
Happy hour.
Hell yeah! It's pumpkin ale tasting time.
Oh yeah.
And a little bit of Halloween treat eating.
It's a
Not a
little
lot.
bit.
I didn't find a lot this year.
I did a lap before I came here just to see if I missed anything, and there was nothing.
I got this. We'll reveal later. That's the only thing that was in the store.
Those are just shaped. They're not even.
Yeah, they're not anything different, but they're shaped like that.
That's all right. We gotta eat. We gotta drink.
There's an old box of Count Chocula up on my fridge over there.
I have a new box of Count Chocula at home.
If you need something stale. But what is this? What are we doing all together?
It's the pumpkin ale episode.
Woo!
We've got several pumpkin ales to sample today, and then maybe you'll drink those as we record some other episodes.
Yes. We were talking now, this show, the whole concept of the show has always been two guys drinking at a bar talking about horror. Well, that's literally what you're going to get today. It's going to be two guys drinking at this makeshift wonderful bar. If there was a bar like this, I'd be in it all the time.
We'd never leave. We'd be the townies.
306, Norm and Cliff sitting right here.
Hey there, Normie.
You know that your human umbilical cord is 90% potassium.
It's a werewolf world out there, and I'm wearing milk bone underwear.
So yeah, thank God this doesn't exist actually, because our livers.
It's what we're going to open as in our retirement.
I'm never retiring.
I know.
It'll just be another job. So yeah, we're gonna drink beer, eat this stuff, and we're gonna talk about horror heartthrobs. I'll say it that way. If you say hotties, maybe that's not PC.
When I went into thinking about this, I thought about it as crushes.
Yeah. And what I did was, my list I came up with, I picked women in a particular movie. Like, because you could pick a woman. You could say, like, Barbara Steele. Well, she's done a ton, but where was she the best?
All right, well, some of the women in mine that are like that, I'll narrow it down to one movie.
All right. That's the harder part. That's the work.
It's not that hard.
I was thinking of the movie True Romance with Patricia Arquette. The best, sexiest she's ever been in her life. Like, you can't compare anything to that. That's what I was trying to think of with my dopey list. But before we get into our list, we need our first beer. And as always, there we go. And that activates the robot.
The clapper. By the way, I'm eating candy corn again. Anybody who watches the show knows I'm going to have diabetes by the end of this episode.
The only time I buy candy corn is because I know Jack's coming. And peanuts. And I want to share these today. We've got our first. Ooh,
thank you.
Steely's arm.
Blue Point. Mother Pumpkin Ale.
Which I feel like, did we do this before?
I feel like we've had this before, but
a lot of these, though, places...
on the can it looks like this.
Right. This look different, and a lot of these places, they change their formula, their recipe.
This is a fabulous...
I mean...
Look at the picture.
What?
It's like a drag queen or something.
Hold on, I don't put my glasses. When we started the show, I didn't need glasses. Yeah, what the hell is that?
It looks like the Halloween parade in Greenwich Village.
Yeah, and it looks like that woman would marry the Grimace. Which is just as indeterminate. I love that. I don't know whether I like the sound of a can popping open or a bottle going to... The sound of the drink being poured in the glass. That tops all. So this is a nice...
This smells like pumpkin ale.
It's a dark amber color.
Now, is this pumpkin or is it pumpkin spice? I think it's pumpkin.
I hope it's not actual
Ale with pumpkin and spices.
Really? Actual pumpkin? The stuff that you throw in the garbage when you get the pumpkin at home. All right, here we go. Blue Point never fails. Oh, that's good.
It's really good.
Holy crap. I was so worried just now when I said Blue Point never fails. Then we take a sip like, ugh.
You know, it's got a nice sweetness to it, but then it's got sort of like a... Bitter is not the right word, but something that takes a little more edge to it.
It's spicy. But this is real. See, I'm very sensitive. I've become very sensitive to overly sweet things. This isn't overly... Like pumpkin, which I used to love, I can't drink anymore. It's just too much.
I also don't like pumpkin ale if it's not sweet enough.
So you love, is Shipyard your favorite? Is that your go-to?
Well, Shipyard is like the Johnny Walker Black of.
Yeah.
It's like, if I want scotch, you know, all we have is this. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
But it's not the, you know, that's the baseline.
The baseline. Like my first ever, Leslie, who we used to work with, got me Post Road Brewing their pumpkin ale. It was the first pumpkin ale I ever had, and I loved it. I still love it. Brooklyn Brewing took it over. So now they're putting it out. And I meant to get some of that, but...
Pumpkin's really good.
Like I loved pumpkin.
The best pumpkin ale I ever had was Two Roads, but it wasn't the Two Roads Rosemary Baby. It was a special, like, double something.
Oh, really?
That it was a limited run that our friend Tim went and got. Not Tim Meyer, not different Tim.
Different Tim.
Got me and another guy like 1 or 2 bottles each. It was like a limited thing.
Right.
We got it.
Oh, because he lived right there.
He lived. Oh God, it was so good. And Emily's like, I need to like go camp out there and see if they're ever going to do it again.
God, if I lived right by a brewery, like 5 blocks, again, it would be like this kind of bar. Trouble. I'm going to close this window because this Frankenweenie next door never shuts the F up. So, vamp while I close this window.
Mother Pumpkin by Blue Point.
As C. Farmer would say, you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. I've had other Blue Point. I think it's been pretty good.
All Blue Point is good. In fact, I'm a Mets fan, and I drink their Blue Point. They have Yankee Pinstripe Ale, and I'll buy it. It's the only Yankee thing
pour
I'll
it out
touch.
so you don't have to look at the...
I do pour it out, actually. I don't drink it from the can.
All right.
Oh, I like this. So while we're finishing this up, I came up with this idea of let's talk about the Heartthrobs of Horror, because, you know, he and I off camera often talk about, and sometimes on camera, certain women in movies that we find attractive. That I think, sometimes I'll watch a certain movie that I don't like because I know that there's a very attractive lady in there.
Or
good kills.
The name of a movie comes up, and the first thing out of the other guy's mouth is the woman's name. Oh.
Yeah. Look, we can't help it. We're cisgender males.
I just threw a couple on a piece of paper. Looks like you did too.
I did, yes.
I bet you there's some similar.
Yours is typed out. I'm impressed.
That's such terrible handwriting.
Mine's getting worse and worse. So I want to hear, like, what's one of yours? Yeah, I want to see how much overlap there is with us.
The word when you said heartthrob, the word crush went to mind.
Which works there too.
And first thing that popped in my head was Samara Weaving in Ready or Not.
That's a Jack girl right there.
Now, you could also throw the babysitter in there.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah, I think she's sexier in the babysitter.
She's sexier in the babysitter.
But she's badass in Ready or Not. I love that movie so much.
The crush probably came from the babysitter because she's so cool in it until she turns evil. But even when she's evil, she's cool.
What about Mayhem?
Well, Samara Weaving is.
He's got a crush. And Picnic at Black Rock or whatever she did.
I never saw that one.
All right, see, if you're going to tell, if someone says Samara Weaving, I'll be like, oh, Jack. That's a Jack girl. All right, I mentioned like a movie that you don't particularly like, but you'll watch it for a girl. So I'm going to say Juliana Gill, who played Bree in the 2009 Friday the 13th remake or reimagining. She's pretty, as our friend Jason Brandt would say, she is a very talented actress.
That was the best part of that movie.
I got it, like, you know, Friday the 13th. It's hit or miss with the sex and nudity, depending on what. This one went full on with this girl shouldered the load for the entire series. She's outstanding.
From what I understand, she kind of regrets doing that.
I don't blame her.
She's good friends with Alison Brie.
Is she? I love Alison Brie. So yeah, that's one that I hate that movie.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I love her.
There's a lot of good-looking girls in that movie.
There is.
Women, gals, and guys too.
The guy who she hooks up with in the movie is such a douche.
That's usually what happens. The best-looking girl hooks up with a schmuck.
Want one more before
Yeah,
you get a beer?
give me one more.
Want me to give you one that's on your list too?
You think it's on my... Oh, you saw my list.
No, I know for a fact.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be like your number one. I probably shouldn't even...
Oh, don't reveal that. Yeah,
Okay,
I know
no.
you know who that is.
I'm gonna go this route. Again, when I jotted these down, I was just thinking of who are the girls, crush girls.
Right.
And you said Patricia Arquette.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of her from Dream Warriors.
Her first movie. Definite crush worthy. And we were far younger men then, and she was a far younger girl. And crush seems appropriate.
Because Nancy is a great final girl, and I like her, but I never like had a soft spot for her.
The only time the phone ever rings is whenever we're filming this freaking show. I swear to God. Well, this is the ghost of technology past.
The call's coming from inside the house.
I haven't checked the children in an hour. Where's Charles Durning? Oh, God. So, yes.
The dog's barking.
Oh, it was better when I lived on a dead-end street.
We're influencers.
Have we influenced you yet? I've only been doing this 11 years. But I like that answer. Patricia Arquette, still, she could be 70. I'll be like, Alabama. True romance. But for Freddie, totally. All right, I'm going to go with, I'll bet you have this on your list. Jessica Biel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 2003.
She's not physically on my list, but she's definitely on my list.
Marcus is on his list.
Because I just made this list really fast, so it's not that long.
If you watch that movie now, that camera just is on her like white on rice the entire time with the jeans and a little tied up white shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching this going, yeah, I'm okay with this remake.
This remake seems pretty good.
Then when I watched the one with Alexandra Daddario,
Yeah.
I'm like, they went right to the Jessica Biel book
Yeah.
and said,
This remake looks awful good. Then there's one with, is it the one with Alexandra Daddario where Deora Baird is in it too?
I think you might be right about
That's
that.
a 1-2 punch that's just too much to handle.
Body blow.
Yeah, that's a body blow, all right. But yeah, I mean,
That's a good call.
I think you can't do this.
Justin
without
Timberlake
Jessica
would
Biel.
agree.
And you know what? Justin Timberlake, pretty dreamy.
He brought sexy back.
And going back to Friday the 13th remake, who's the guy from that show that you like on CW? He's in there.
Oh, the supernatural guy.
Yeah, he's in. I mean,
There's the girl who's caught by Jason.
Panna Baker or whatever.
Yeah, Padawan.
Padawani.
She was on the Mentalist.
Was she?
Yeah, she's a noteworthy.
I think she did a lot of Disney stuff when my kids were little. All right, I think we're ready for another beer.
Oh, yeah.
Jack.
Beer, please.
Hello.
Palate cleanser.
Yeah, with the unsalted nuts. We figured these are better than crackers. At least we take the time to do this right. Maybe finish this. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one.
The big gun. Thank you.
I have deep misgivings about this one.
I stumbled upon this one in the liquor store. What's one of the great lines in The Godfather? Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
I couldn't even think of it. All right.
This is pumpkin spice cannoli. Ale brewed with spices and pumpkin puree.
Like, rewind back to what I said I don't really like sweet stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Here, use this glass. We'll separate the... This can has a little left. Now I gotta re-cleanse. Well, it's got the color right. Well, I think I poured more than I should. It's forming a foamy head. I can smell it. I don't smell much.
Put your nose deep in here.
Is it too deep in the glass? I smell nothing. Oh, I gotta sip this.
I think if I was blindfolded, I would not say cannoli. You're not a fan?
Wow, this one hurts me. It's also it's very sweet. And it's got a burnt note that's hitting the back of my throat.
See what you're saying there.
Burnt
It's
note.
not hitting me as hard. It's just kind of tastes like...
Well, you like candy corn, so this is going to be like nothing to you. This is barely sugar.
This just tastes like a pumpkin ale to me. But yeah, it's a little sweeter.
Yeah.
I can handle sweet, though.
I don't detect any cannoli, by the way, my friend. 0 cannoli.
What the heck is the brand there?
Hold on. Because it's like... Shebeen? What the hell is this? Ale brewed spices, brewed and canned for... Oh, Shebeen Brewing Company. In Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Home with the Paw Sox.
I don't think this is that bad. I don't think it's bad at all.
Good. Well, there you go. That can's for you,
It's
my
just,
friend.
it's just a little bit on the sweeter side, but it's
But nothing like Halloween. I love Halloween, but it's definitely a season geared towards making diabetics lose digits.
yes.
And this is if you're drinking this every day. Although I had an uncle who was diabetic. He was a big boy. He drank so much Pepsi. Pepsi delivered. The truck came to his house.
Oh my god.
And he had a fridge that was just Pepsi, and they would like load it up. Diabetic drank 24 bottles of regular Pepsi a day.
Did he live to like 23?
Almost 80. And he did not die of the beats.
Wow.
So, I have those genetics. But Jesus, I'm going to finish it because I'm a finisher. But I don't like this so much.
I think it's fine.
Oh God, I almost vomited.
I like the Blue Point better, but
Yeah.
I think I like this.
I think if you like pumpkin, you're going to like this. If you don't like pumpkin anymore, you're not. All right.
It's just on the sweeter side.
I feel like I need to talk about somebody that I like and I find attractive. All right, so I don't need my glasses for this. I don't know how to say her name. I think she's Irish. Her name is Alwyn Kelly. She is the corpse from the autopsy of Jane Doe. Who, bravest performance ever. She is completely naked and completely dead for this entire movie. I don't know anything else she's ever been in. But for a corpse that they slowly dissect, she still seems incredibly beautiful, and there are nuances to her corpse performance where you think she's alive.
That's what I was going to say. Is there's a performance there for something that just lies there and doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
That corpse is terrifying.
Absolutely.
But she's also like, Jane Doe. Must have been quite something.
Jane Doe, she looks alive.
Now this makes me think of another crush that's not on my list, but Christina Ricci was in that movie where she's in the morgue the whole time.
Oh, yes. That's another one. And
What's that
Christina
one?
Ricci, that's
Ricci.
a valid crush.
Ricci.
Ricci always. Ricci forever. And her show. Well, Wednesday's coming out soon. And I hear
She's in it.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega, I saw something where she was like, I was terrified to work with her.
Is Jenna Ortega in everything now?
She's the new Wednesday.
It's crazy. Isn't
She's
she
in
like
it.
30?
No, she's young.
Is she?
She was in Scream. She was in X. She's Wednesday.
And she was in some other... Wasn't she in that movie... What's it? Annihilation, where they go into that weird world?
She's not in that, is she? I thought she was too young.
I think she is in that. Jenny Ortega. She's the dirty camera sound girl who
Yes.
has sex on film in X and makes her boyfriend do a Glenn Close crying in the shower.
All right, Walwyn,
I do want one.
you're going to agree with this one wholeheartedly.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure we're not going to disagree on
I'm
much.
going to go to the classics. Our friend, Barbara Crampton in From Beyond.
I was going to put B Cramps From Beyond on there. And I was like, I know Jack's going to put that on there. I
Could have put Reanimator. But
yeah, but no. No. There's a costume change in From Beyond that
There's a come hither look she gives.
sparked a lot of fantasies when we were young.
We met her.
And she's lovely. And beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And what's the movie she's in? Something's Wife. Isaac's wife or
Sure.
whatever. You know the vampire movie she was just in?
Oh, Jacob's Wife.
Jacob's Wife.
Jacob's Wife. She's excellent in that. By the way, do you need... We have Entenmann's Poppums. They're pumpkin donut holes.
That's all you needed.
Here we go. It's right here. Let's have a donut hole. Holes. That was good.
You want to talk about sweet?
I know. That, I don't know why I can...
Not 100% sugar.
Yep. But when you bite it, it's orange inside. So it feels like Halloween. All right. Give me... oh, you just did bee cramps, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it another one. This one's... you'll agree with this one. Eliza Dushku, Wrong Turn.
Of course.
Solid! I mean... From Buffy the Vampire Slayer to Bring It On to Wrong Turn. There's a holy trinity right there.
I will give this one spirit fingers. 10 spirit fingers.
I mean, Eliza Dushku is just she's so special in our lives.
That's definitely the best thing about that movie.
Because I was going to do Megan Fox, Jennifer's Body, but that's so easy. That's like the lowest hanging fruit ever.
Also, I mean, Amanda Seyfried.
Oh, I know, that's a Sophie's choice if ever there was one. But no, that would work out. This would be, like if you and I were on the prowl, this would work out. You'd go right to the blonde, I'd go right to the brunette. We'd never cross streams. That's, why I love
Eliza
so much,
Dushku,
man.
though.
But Eliza Dushku, I mean,
Faith.
good golly, Miss Molly. And she never ages.
No.
Although I haven't seen her recently, I keep looking out the
She
window.
might have had a baby. Don't quote me on that. But
Really? She's got to be in her 40s.
she also
now.
had some kind of... I think she might have had a problem with some... I don't think she had a problem with Joss Whedon, but somebody else like that.
Oh,
I think
well.
there might have been something...
There's been a lot of issues with Joss Whedon.
Yes.
Glad I'm not him.
Should we get another beer or should we go do another?
Did you do 2? I did 2. Did you do 2?
Maybe I did.
Hit me with another.
Okay. I was watching this movie that people were talking about how scary it was. And my friend up in Massachusetts called me, and he was the one who told me I needed to see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And when he called me, I was like, oh, I'm watching The Ring right now. And he goes, isn't it terrifying? I said, I don't know, because I'm so in love with this blonde that I can't even think straight.
Right.
Naomi Watts in The Ring.
Yeah. Again, I would be like, oh, a Jack girl, right there. I'm surprised you've not hit us with a Hammer person yet. I'm very shocked.
Oh, I can throw a couple of those.
I like
in.
how you're going contemporary.
Some of the Hammer chicks, I just have to throw the movie because I don't know their names off the top of my head. I have a whole book about Hammer glamour.
We did a whole episode on that, so this is like part 2 to that episode.
Want me to give you a couple of... Dracula AD 1972 has... who's the brunette?
Carolyn Monroe.
Carolyn Monroe.
Uh-huh.
And Van Helsing's granddaughter or whatever. Top notch. Vampire Lovers has...
oh, Ingrid Pitt.
Ingrid Pitt.
I had Ingrid Pitt on here.
There's another one of those...
Barbara Steele?
No, it's another one of those vampire... In that trilogy of vampire movies, what's the...
The Karsten.
Yeah, there's Twins of Evil, and then the third one. I bought the DVD at Space, and it's like...
it's got to be blonde.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Lust for a Vampire.
Oh.
I can't remember her
time.
name, but she may be the best looking of all the...
He's full of lust.
Also,
He's boiling over.
Ingrid Pitt is in Wicker Man, but she's a little bit older. There's another chick in that movie who's the younger one that tries to seduce the cop. She ended up, in real life, was dating like Rod Stewart.
Oh. Oh no,
You want to talk
not
about
again.
that chick in the Wicker Man? I don't have her name in front of me.
Yeah. It's alright, we have no computer. Nobody's helping us with anything.
No, there's a few for you.
All right, that's all right. We got some Hammer Honeys. Carolyn Monroe.
Carolyn Monroe.
Good choice.
God.
Pictures on my wall. All right, I think we need another drink. Hey! Calling the drink wench.
We might want to save some of this food for the next episode because we're gonna get diabetes.
I remember when our drink wench was way too young to even handle alcohol. Now she drinks it legally.
Oh my God! Thank you.
It's the best looking can.
You introduce this one, Chris.
All right. There's no, secret. We're filming in Yonkers, New York, home of Steven Tyler, Mary J. Blige, lots of people. John Voight. We're drinking.
He bit me.
Terror. Is this Terror in the Hudson? Wait, maybe I'm. Oh God, I need my glasses again. Terror in the Hudson.
In the Hudson.
Which makes sense because two roads. Yonkers Brewing is right on the Hudson River. This is their pumpkin ale. I think this has the highest ABV of any that we're going to drink today.
Lovely.
I had one of these before Jack came over. I can't. Oh, 6.5%. Well, it's your favorite, Jack. It's kind of like, well, it's a pumpkin spice ale. So it's not like an IPA. You don't like IPAs, which is fine.
I expected there would be an IPA in this because IPAs are all about branding with wacky names.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do a pumpkin IPA. That's a good question. Is by virtue of what it is, can it be an IPA? That'd be a good question for a brewer or one of you who might know more than we know. I just know how to drink this stuff.
It smells very pumpkin-y.
I've had a couple of these already, so I like it. It's like a toasty pumpkin. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're going to like it. Oh, it's so cold, too.
Now, see, this one's a little more, again, I don't know, bitter's not the right word. Maybe that burnt.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as the other. That's maybe why I like it. I don't remember Yonkers putting
It's very
in
good, though.
pumpkin.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a...
Yonkers, look, they're hit or miss. They have some good beers and they have some terrible beers. This one's actually pretty good.
I like it.
This can, it's got great eyes and it looks
That
crazy.
is the best can.
Yeah, they
I
definitely.
mean, this is the cannoli can.
That's got a cannoli, and this has this weird fat blob clean thing. I don't know what's going on over there.
This is
So that's a good horror can.
This is very good.
I'm impressed. I thought when I bought this, Jack, I'm like, no, this is no good.
Nope, I like it. I like it. I love pumpkin ale, so
You know what? I bought it thinking it was an IPA. I was like,
I was expecting an IPA.
Gonna make Jack drink an IPA, but I didn't.
I think. Well, I'll save.
All right, going with another woman. This one's easy for me. This is another woman on my wall. Julia Adams from The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I just watched that like last week.
To me, if you're gonna think of ethereally so good looking, it's almost not human. That is.
Oh wait. I'm taking my kid gloves off because I've got to retort to this.
Come on. All right, retort away. I dare you.
I'm not questioning. I'm not.
Dead. I'll punch you.
And I like that you've gone back to the black and white era.
Yes.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I have another monster movie. Like no brainer.
All right.
Jessica Lange, the King Kong remake.
Okay. Quite good looking in that awful remake. I'll give her that. But to me, Julia, as far as I'm concerned, Julia Adams is probably one of the top 5 best looking women ever on film. I don't care what genre it is. Just take your breath away. Now, when I saw her at 80, I didn't have the same feeling. But she was very sweet, took her time with me. But yeah, I mean...
It is funny when you see, it's not just women, people from movies at these conventions, and they're like older and not in makeup and stuff like that. And it takes a second for you to like adjust.
Yeah, it's a place where where you're your dreams and expectations go to just die usually, and sometimes not.
No, then sometimes other people are like, wait, you haven't aged a day.
Like when I saw Amy Steele from Friday the 13th Part 2, I was like, oh man, she looks like Amy Steele. Still looks the same. A little bit older, but so am I. It was all good.
A lot of them are thinner than you expect. Like Shannon Elizabeth and
Oh, man.
Natasha Henstridge.
Yeah,
Were
they
both
were.
like thinner. You were like, wow.
Yeah, it's like, why? Did the camera add
They're
10
older.
pounds? Yeah, they're older. They've had kids. So yeah, I couldn't do a list like this without Julia Adams because I just love her. And I love the creature.
I got a good one. It comes from one of the we should do a show about this. You know how you have like It's a Wonderful Life,
I do.
Christmas Story,
Love it.
another like the Christmas movies.
Right.
There are certain movies that are like the Halloween movies,
Yes, there are.
and maybe the It's a Wonderful Life of
Frank Capra's.
is Trick or Treat.
Oh, yes.
Within that movie is Anna Paquin.
I had a feeling you were going to say Anna Paquin. In her wolf pack?
There are many.
There were
people
two
to
that I'm
choose
like,
from.
holy
There-
cow.
Is it Cinderella? Snow White? Listen,
Oh,
Leslie Bibb at the beginning. I mean,
yeah. That's
But the Little Red Riding Hood. The Little Red Riding Hood. Also, I mean, you had to have a crush on her from True Blood anyway.
She might be the first on our list that's bisexual.
I did not know that.
I did not know that. Yes. So,
I thought she was like dating the guy from the True Blood, but
well,
she could.
bisexual. She can date anybody, right? What's a trisexual?
They'll try anything.
I knew you were going to pick her. I swear to God. Whenever I watched that, the werewolf, I'm always like going, those other two. If I had to choose,
I don't know their names. I can't put them on
I
the
don't
list.
know their names either. But if like anyone ever told me you could marry one of the two, I would literally, my head would explode like scanners trying to make that decision.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're such jerks. Okay, here's another one. Jennifer Tilly, Bride of Chucky, and other Chucky things.
She wasn't on my list. She was on my mental list, not on my physical list.
Jennifer Tilly is ageless and timeless, and good lord,
She's awesome.
and she's in the Chucky series. So if you can't get enough of Jennifer Tilly, you can watch her play poker, or you can watch her in Chucky things. But Jennifer Tilly's sexy.
The hell's that movie she made with the other one? Oh,
Bound?
yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly is something else.
You ever see the remake of The Getaway?
Uh-uh.
Oh God, you see that? She's so annoying in that.
What about the Blue Iguana? You ever see that one?
I don't know if I've ever seen
Strip
that.
Club?
I don't think I've ever seen
You'd
that.
like that one. You like that one for sure. I love Jennifer Tilly. Her voice, I don't care. It's fine.
And her as a doll.
Yeah. I should get one.
I have a life-size one you can borrow.
It came from Japan and it talks. Alright.
We need another beer and need another girl.
We need another woman.
I know
He knows.
what you did last summer. I love Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That was one I was contemplating putting on my list. I was like, because I Googled, I had my list done.
You can throw Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, I don't think Sarah comes close to J-Lo in her heyday. So if you Google hottest women in horror, you're going to get this return. It has 100 women on there. They show a picture of her. It must have been from like Maxim or one of those. I'm like, holy Jesus. That's blinding to see. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with your choice right there. Jennifer Love Hewitt was amazing.
I find Jennifer Love Hewitt is the one that when I speak to women, they tend to hate her.
Really? That means she's
I don't
really good looking.
see the appeal of her. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's jealousy right there. That's like us going, Brad Pitt. That's George Clooney. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Matt Damon, I don't get.
Dom DeLuise, underrated.
Tom DeLuise and Fatso, as on as it gets.
That's the Pope and Johnny Dangerously.
All right, we need our final pumpkin ale. Oh, come on.
Oh, I've got an idea.
Oh, what is your idea? I'm curious.
It's kindness.
I gotta finish this.
Shut up.
God, we gotta finish this sooner. We're gonna be drunk. Oh, a can. I love it.
Would you like to try the cannoli?
Yeah, I would.
Go for it.
There you go. Go drink it in your hole. Just go away.
Get your
drink it in
hole.
your hole.
Oh.
By the way, our assistant could, if she was in a horror movie, she'd be on the, not our list, not my list, because, not his either. Only because, you know, my child. But she'd be on your list. All right, here we go.
This is the most mainstream,
It is. It's Shipyard.
but it's not the regular Shipyard.
No. It's smashed.
Smashed Pumpkin.
Does this mean you get smashed when you drink it? Or they... Does
No.
some dude like punch like the mash in the vat?
The punch is interesting because I bought like a 4-pack of this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had this already on Final Guys when you weren't there.
What's the other drink?
I think when Laurel was on.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you my impression before I drink it again. This had much more of a pumpkin punch than regular Shipyard.
Really?
Like, so you might like this one better than regular Shipyard.
Did I just pour it in here? I have multiple. Hold on. Oh, that's the other one. Okay. All right, here we go to the final one.
Get smashed.
Oh, this smells like pumpkin, like the actual pie. I don't like it. I might have to grow accustomed to this. Maybe if you put some like Ready Whip in there, it might. This smells like, you know when you get an Entenmann's pie, pumpkin pie, and it's got that shiny sheen on top of it, and you smell it. It smells like that shininess. Like you pull the shininess off. That's the smell. This is
It's funny drinking this after drinking a bunch of other ones because it tastes a little bit different to me than if you drink it.
Yeah. I'd have to get used to this. This is like, I wouldn't start with Shipyard. This would be the one like, oh, all right, I'm like 5 beers.
Now, is
in.
this too sweet for you?
It's not too sweet.
Because I feel like it's different than the regular Shipyard.
It's sour almost.
Yeah, like, so my dad does not like this kind of stuff, and I brought one over there, and I was like, want to try pumpkin ale? He's like, what the hell is this?
Hey, Dad, I know you don't like
I gave
this.
him like this much. He took a sip, and he's like, nope. I was like, yeah, I go, this is really like somebody threw a pumpkin at your face.
Yeah. That's like a
But I like
glass.
it's not just a pumpkin, it's the shine from an Entenmann's pumpkin pie.
Very, very specific.
That's like a blurb for a book cover.
All right, I got more women I want to talk about. Now we're down to the last. I want to talk about my favorite, and I'm sure it's on your list.
Yeah.
The person who I first saw her in this movie and affected me so that we stayed in the theater while they cleaned up and refused to move and watched it a second time in a row. It is Selma Hayek as, hold on,
I've got it right here.
Satanica Pandemonium from Dusk Till Dawn. That scene has changed my life completely.
One of the most rewound scenes.
Oh, if that VHS, just the filaments have fallen off the tape on that. It's amazing. Holy, that's one of the most stunning debuts of a person in any movie. Is that?
And Quentin Tarantino gets his foot fetish fix.
That he does. Or if we're clean. A lot of times they're dirty feet. I don't know what the hell's going on. You're Quentin. I don't know what happened in your life, but
That movie came out, and then Desperado came out,
yeah.
and you were just like, okay, this is the queen of all.
And the amazing thing, like growing up to me, Raquel Welch was like the. You can't get any better than her. If I just rewatched Tortilla Soup
Wow.
for like the 5th time, and she's in her 60s in it. Love it. Salma Hayek has not changed. If anything, she's gotten better looking from Dusk Till Dawn. It's absolutely insane. But that, first of all, that movie's great. That movie is amazing. And just that, between everything else, I got this woman introduced stripping with a snake that I'll just never forget. She is number 1.
No argument from me.
And if you want to see something kind of, it's more actually, but Everly.
I saw my to-do list.
Holy diver.
I'll throw Dogma in there.
Yes, again, stripper.
Candy girl.
Yeah. Yeah, like her a lot.
Me likey.
Yeah. Like Julia May, I say, is one of the top 5, and Sam is 1.
I'll give an honorable mention.
It's all about honor here. In
Linnea-
our dishonorable, stupid episode.
To Linnea Quigley.
Yeah, that's, Would you want to do like Linnea and Tiffany Shepis together? They seem like they should be hand in hand.
Sure.
But yeah.
Linnea Quigley, you got Return of the Living Dead, and then you've got the famous lipstick scene from...
Lipstick in the Boom from Night of the Demons. You can't beat that.
I mean, wow. And then if you want to go further than that, Shannon Elizabeth in the Night of the Demons remake.
The Night of the Demons remake also has Diora Baird, who's also a TCM remake.
This is like 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
It's totally crazy. Yeah, Linnea Quigley is that. I mean, that's hard. You have to. I tried to go a little outside the box. I like how you're like, all right, I'm going with the heavy hitters.
Go right in the box.
Someone wants, I guess, honorable mention. Who do I have left here? There's so many to mention. Oh, Megan Good, who was in The Unborn.
Oh, wow.
Megan Good is good. She's good.
I can counter. I can't think of her name. Yvette Yutzman, something like that.
Yvonne DiCarlo.
I would give her
Yvette Getzman?
Yutzman.
Who was this?
It was the girl from Cloverfield that they're going to rescue.
Oh, well, if I'm going to do Cloverfield, I'm going to do the
Lizzie Kaplan.
Lizzie Kaplan. That's what I'm doing right there. I
Again,
don't mean
Cloverfield's
doing. I mean adding to this
But
conversation.
she was also in, I think it might be called The Unborn.
Well, that's making good. The Unborn. Maybe they're both in the same movie. Uh-oh, he's going to go to the phone. Normally we have the computer up, but there's no room on this table. I need my old table. Has anyone found my old table that I gave away when I moved? The Unborn. Megan Good's been in like a couple of horror movies, but The Unborn is the one I remember most, and I figure most people have seen.
Hold on.
She's drop dead gorgeous. So it's funny, all these people we're talking about are like, 40 and above or dead.
Her name now is Odette.
Odette?
Now her last name is Annabelle, but it used to be something else.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she like Giancarlo Stanton, who used to be Mike Stanton back in the day? By the way, I'm getting used to the Shipyard. That straight up smells like an entrance.
Yutzman was her.
Yutzman! I don't blame her for changing her name.
Here, wait, let me just...
That's got some aftertaste. Oh, yeah, that's a valid choice.
I mean, come on.
I mean, the beauty of horror is full of beautiful people, men and women.
You know I love Lizzie Kaplan. I love her.
Love her to
I'd
death.
throw myself in front of a subway train for her.
Would you? Would you really? I mean, but by and large, most of the people in horror movies, they're usually young.
Oh, I'm
they're
supposed to
getting
look up
their
the name of that movie.
start. Yeah. With the exception like The Burning, that had George Costanza.
Oh, you know who my real life crush is?
Ooh. Megyn Kelly. That's your Aryan dream right there.
My all-time horror love of my life
Right.
is Felissa Rose.
Oh, they had a connection.
She called me her future ex-husband.
Well, at least she saw it crashing and burning at one point.
And talk about somebody who's aged well.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Felissa Rose is gorgeous.
Felissa Rose is the love of my life.
And she does not have a penis. For those of you who think she does, it's not really her penis.
Here it is, The Unborn.
Holy crap, we got 2 people from The Unborn.
Is this The Unborn that you were talking about?
That's the movie I was talking about.
Making Good, isn't it?
She is.
It's not even a good movie.
Nope. But I just remember Megan Good in it.
There she is.
Yeah. She's her friend. She plays the friend.
This movie is stacked.
But I'm saying, like,
Idris Elba's in that movie.
who was Idris Elba? Holy cow! Idris Elba, pretty sexy.
Carla Gugino, another crush.
All right, everybody watch The Unborn.
We're watching The Unborn.
If you want to see like good-looking people, I think The Unborn is your movie because holy cow, that's almost too much. That's like it's an embarrassment of riches.
We're ODing now.
Or drunk. I don't know which is which, but I mentioned Dior Baird several times. Ingrid Pitt. Eliza Dushku. Yeah, that's it.
I can't crumple it up. I need the list for another show.
You did Jennifer Love Hewitt, which I should have put on my list. What do you want with me?
This is not a complete list. There's 1,000 crushes.
This is our list. How about that?
House of 1,000 crushes.
This is our list for today. But look, that's part of the reason why you watch horror. You watch horror to see pretty people, men and women, in peril. And for cool kills. That's really the reason why.
It's a fact of life. Because look, you put on something like Tourist Trap, and what do? Halfway through the movie, you're like, oh my god, it's Tanya Roberts. Oh my god, look how pretty she was.
Yes.
It's just part of the experience.
Tanya Roberts died of a UTI. Who knew? If you feel a little itchy and burning and hurting, get that checked. I don't want to see another woman die of a UTI.
There's no good way to segue from that to... How would you rank the... hey, can we have the cannoli can back real quick?
Is the can gone?
I gave it to her to try.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, we got to rank these.
You gotta rank them.
I'm going to say this one is rank.
Did you try it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It tastes like a Starbucks drink.
That's a good call.
That's why I didn't like it.
You should do this show instead of us.
That's why I didn't like it.
All right.
If I'm going to rank these...
Guess we have to look at them.
Right. For me, for drinkability, the Blue Point Mother Pumpkin Ale is 1. Terror in the Hudson from Yonkers Brewing is 2. Pumpkin Spice Cannoli from Shebeen, or whatever the hell this is, that's 3. And then Shipyard, I'm going to save for people I don't like to give it to them and maybe give them some cans when they're leaving. So there we go.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I think I agree with you that this is the most... Drinkability is the right word. This is a great one.
Blue Point is killer.
I think this was the most interesting, and I really liked it a lot, and I would drink it
I
again.
thought this would be like your least favorite, so
I loved
I'm
it.
proud.
It might be my favorite, but that one was really good too.
Close call.
I think I'd probably go the Shipyard over the cannoli, but it'd be
Wow.
Kind
go
of.
either way.
it could go either way.
This might be the first year we're kind of in a line.
I would not argue with your order.
1 and 2 are solid.
Yeah, but
Blue
the
Point,
only
yeah.
difference is I liked all of them.
Yeah, I didn't like these 2, so I just had to choose which I'd leave.
But
Shipyard's definitely the least.
But if I went back to the store to buy them again, I would look for a different pumpkin ale before I bought these. If there was nothing like this, is
Yeah.
a novelty one.
Yeah, that sure is.
So this one, I actually like regular Shipyard better than this. So I prefer.
Yeah, definitely.
I loved this. The Hudson.
This blows my mind.
And I loved this. So the ones that you provided, I like better than the ones I provided. I think this, though, is the funniest one, which is key. Just like
I win.
Monster Men, I'm funnier.
Funny lurking. I got the better looking can and the better looking beers.
And you're more
Done.
smashed.
Yeah, well, definitely.
But I don't think there's a terrible one in here. Like if
I
you're-
do. I think Smash is terrible. Terrible. But that's fine. Everyone's got their own palate. You like what you like.
I think Creature
like
is a
that.
terrible book.
Creature! Wait, that's my
That's
creature!
your Creature.
You son of
I'm
a
kidding. I
bitch.
can't joke about Creature. It's Creature.
Oh, God. So, yeah, there we go. Pumpkin Ale episode. I
Put it
don't
in
know
the
how many
books.
we've done, whatever. But this is, I think, our 10th
Who's
of the
your
month.
horror crush? Tell us in the comments below.
Yeah.
And smash that like button. Smash.
Oh, God. Subscribe! But I'm interested to hear, who your crushes are. Or tell us how stupid we are for even doing this whole stupid
That's
list.
true. And what pumpkin ale should we try next?
Yeah, we got time. It's only October 2nd.
That's true.
We got plenty of time. So there you go.
And we can drink them on Final Guys, which we do every week.
There you go. Because you gotta be drunk to do that damn show.
All right. Happy Halloween season, and we will see you next time on
Monster Men!
Monster